in. Oh yeah, squared away.
We got panel blinds, we got layout blinds, we got sleds, we got full body decoys, we got shells, we got lookers, resters.
We got lookers.
We have just about everything. And by we, I mean me and my buddy, Brad Leone.
It's a cold 34 out there.
It's December and we're in Idaho. This time for a goose hunt.
Yeah, so Ryan, when we set up these decoys, is it kind of like duck hunting where you want to positioning into the wind and just direction is pretty crucial, or?
Yeah, you know, the only thing is like it's gonna be this dark during setup, you know, so there'll be some like sprinting out in the decoys and fine tuning.
Quick adjustments, yeah. Yeah, sounds right.
And it just doesn't look, or it didn't feel like on the interstate or the highway that there is any wind today, so
play into that.
It's gonna be, I think it's just gonna be like a loose setup, make everybody look relaxed and happy.
Yeah, real welcoming kind of spread.
We've already been given permission to hunt a field by a local farmer.
Callaghan, throw him right in the deep end. Go set up the motion flappers, he goes. How the hell am I gonna do that? What am I gonna do with this?
The idea is we're kind of having this bucket here. It's going thin outside, and then the center is going to be like the place that looks the most comfortable, where the geese are the most relaxed, place everybody wants to be. Best food, best party scene. You know, obviously, if you have Brad Leone in the mix, that's where people want to be. Geese are no different.
Is this a great camera guy?
Is it good?
Looks good, right?
Once Brad's figured out how to put together the full bodies, I put him to work digging some snow pits for our layout blinds. Snow can be a phenomenal medium for hiding layouts. Meanwhile, I move the truck out of the guesstimated flight path. Okay. Cutting her close, as per usual.
You know, we got our decoy set out, our blinds, and I'm just blown away. I mean, I didn't grow up goose hunting, or nothing really serious with waterfowl either, for that matter. And I grew up, you know, in New Jersey, in New York doing it area. So this is just a whole nother terrain, but it's just it's a whole other passion, man. It's like, it's 25% insane and then 75% awesome. I mean, there's just so much gear.
Gear, yes. But there's also the practice of calling, and I do mean practice. Think of, it's a musical instrument.
Sure.
It's not a call, it's just a musical instrument that you have to get to know. And just like blowing on a trumpet or a flute or whatever, like that lip pucker is a big part of it. So once you can master making long notes, think of music, not of goose. Yes. That's like the basis, the foundation of everything right there. And you just build off of that.
I'm building too high. That don't sound like a goose.
Before the flights get started, Brad and I discussed the game plan. If I had to like melt it down to 2 points, it's you're aiming for the head and the neck.
It's a moving target.
Yep. And so if you're aiming for the head and you're a little behind, you're still going to get the body. But if you're aiming for the body and you're a little behind, you're going to miss the bird.
Right.
And the second thing with the goose is when you pop up, and really this is any bird, when you pop up, kill 2 birds.
Okay.
There's a single coming straight over the pivot. In later season goose hunts, it's not uncommon for the birds to move mid-morning rather than first thing.
Heading to Oregon?
Get ready. Kill him. Sit. Sit! Whoa. Hey, nice shooting.
Well, yeah, he went down.
It was a little far.
I fumbled I fumbled with the safety.
Yeah. I should have given you the deal. But hey.
No, it's pretty straightforward.
That was great. That was good proofing run.
She's on.
Good shooting.
He started going on me. I didn't want to get too far on that cross on him, you know. Look at Snort. Good dog. That bird's as big as you, Snort. Good dog.
Snort's been chasing pheasants for 3 weeks. It's showing in bad behavior in the goose blind. Sit. Kill him. Sit. Snort, here.
Sorry, boys.
Is it hit?
No. Oh, ooh, that.
Just a couple. Kill him. Snort, heel.
Out of bullets.
Ah! Left. Oh, single on the left. Kill that bird. Kill him. Nice, Harry. Heel. That dog is killing me. Right in front of him. Yep. Don't. Sit. Kill him. Sit.
Those things came out of nowhere.
Snort.
A lot of birds in the air. I mean, growing up, I did a decent amount of different types of bird hunting and being exposed to a bunch of folks that, a lot of them didn't really, especially geese, didn't really eat them much, and like, I don't know, is that something, what was it like when you were growing up? Did folks similar kind of thing, like very selective eating?
Well, it's like a very big deal for me to get my first goose. So I pulled the breasts off and just immediately grilled one up and, thought it was good.
Probably excited as hell.
Yeah, I just cooked it like a deer steak and I was like, oh, okay, that was good. I was like, that was a lot of food.
Right.
And I reported back and my uncle was like, no way. Really? The food aspect was not talked about.
Right.
Nearly as much as the goose aspect.
Sure.
The hunting. Sit. Kill him. Sit.
Good shooting, Cal.
Doubles, baby.
Doubles, baby. Love to see it.
Nice job, buddy. Nice job.
They weren't close.
Couple of birds are out.
Huh?
Couple of birds are out.
A lot of birds in the air.
Now remember to
right
reload.
At us. Coming right out.
Reload your shotgun. Come on, little girl.
Big string out my 11.
Snort.
What I like about geese, man, they're like coyotes or deer in a sense that like they seem very adaptable to human involvement.
Yes, big time. They love humans.
Right.
They do. They're like that is the thing that is, they're like a parasite, sure. Right? And it's like, oh, golf course, perfect. You guys got fountains in all your ponds.
See, I see it less of as parasitic and more of like opportunist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, lay her down. Okay, kill that single. Sit.
You are the strongest little girl.
Come on!
Goose is like,
Come on! Get Uncle Brad's Goose! Come on!
you're hunting better than me, girl.
That's a honker right there.
Oh, I gotta put a little bit more of a lead on him.
Kill it. You're tagged out, buddy.
Tagged out, pal.
Yes.
I'll do the call and we'll see no more birds.
Come on, little girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Hey, heel. Good girl.
Look at the string to the right. I'm gonna get him to land right on Callaghan's head.
Here.
So many birds.
Keep trying, Brad. Keep trying.
Plan worked out pretty well, huh, bud?
Oh, yeah.
They read the script.
And they got, you know, it's nice having birds respond to some calls a little bit.
And it was kind of cool. It was exactly like you said, a little bit of a later than like what I'm used to traditional, like duck, you get that like first light blitz.
Yeah.
You know, but this was like almost like it was, they were hanging out, little, you know, kind of a leisurely morning. And then they just, all of a sudden there was just birds everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man.
That's good fun, man.
We end our first day with 5 birds apiece. That's 2 limits and a lot of meat.
Here we go, bud.
Oh!
Now comes the fun part, huh?
Honkosauruses, yes.
Nice looking birds, though.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah. So on this one, I'm just peeling back
The skin.
the skin, and you can see it's like, it's instantly recognizable as meat, right?
Yep, gets there quick. The way you're describing it, I'm having a hard time understanding why it isn't more of a table fare.
We breast these birds out. The legs will be a shredded meat sandwich or a classic cone feed.
Look at that, man.
Oh, yeah,
Damn, that's like the size of a ribeye.
It's a steak. It's a legit steak. And with visions of corned goose and Reubens, we get some rest for one last day in the field. Oh, there's a pair.
There's a pair, yeah.
Hit them if you want them. Sit, sit, sit. Snort. Good. Woo! Good job, dude.
Yeah, there's a flock up here.
Airballed that first one.
You gotta dust off. You gotta dust off the first shell, bud. I did too. The geese better stay away from us today, bud.
Oh boy. Hey, just one at a time there, muscles.
That was fun.
Get them. Sit, sit.
Oh, 2 bullets. I got a jam.
Oh, 2 shells in the gun.
Pulled a 2-shell Leone.
Yes, I did. Get them.
Well, man, I got 4. You got 5.
Yeah.
You know, we could sit here more, and there's plenty of birds coming around. You know, I don't mind pardoning one. We got plenty of one less plucking I got to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got plenty of meat anyway. And speaking of that, man, I'm kind of hungry and stoked to kind of mess around cooking with these things.
Ah.
All right, let's do it, boys.
The long pickup. Let's do it. Snort.
Stop. I'm gonna put a shell in. He comes back, I'm putting a shell in.
Just like Brad is experiencing now, this can get addictive. Calls, decoys, trailers, dogs. Believe me, it just gets more complicated. If you feel like you don't have enough gear, do I have a hobby for you? Just don't let anyone tell you the culinary element of goose hunting should be ignored. And since Brad is an expert in all things delectable, I'll let him decide.
All right, Ryan, so we kind of broke down the goose breast, because I've been wanting to cook it kind of like a steak. I've never actually cooked it this way.
Yes.
So like the idea of putting a little salt on it, some olive oil, some garlic, letting it sit. We let it sit for about 40 minutes. But before that, kind of just trimming it. There's a lot of tough stuff on there. I mean, they're tough birds, I don't have to tell you. And they're just getting all that sinewed off, some of those connective-y type of tough, like little minor tendon-y type of things,
yes.
Connective tissues off, some of that fat. So you're left with just like this nice lean protein.
Any spot that you saw that looked like it was just going to be tough because of the sinew on the outside, well, you kind of broke those fibers, right?
Totally. Just kind of break it up a little bit. That'll help with that sinew kind of having that. So, you see things like that hit heat, they can cup on you a little.
Sure.
So that'll break that up. Instead of it cupping on a big scale, you'll have now these little individual squares. And that kind of just helps, just break up that tissue. And then I think it'll allow us to get a more even sear on it. And then also be for a much more, in theory, tender, final product.
Yeah.
So I got this skillet
Makes
going.
sense. You're fighting this much of a muscle versus this much of a muscle.
Totally. It's gonna be a splatter. Here goes nothing, Larry.
If I could suggest only one rule in cooking waterfowl, it's this: do not overcook it. The extensive amount of myoglobin in waterfowl breast meat causes a pronounced iron flavor. It gets stronger the longer you cook it. And since E. coli and salmonella are extremely rare with wild birds, treat the meat like you would a fine cut of beef, hot and fast.
Anything, it looks good,
The thing that I fight with goose is 60% of the time, it is tough.
Okay.
It is just a tough bird. And you're like, the flavor's great, I enjoy this.
But my jaw hurts.
Exactly. Yep. And that's why I've kind of jumped back over to corning, pastrami, stuff like that.
Well, you brought some of that, right? Well, let's open it up. Give it a test, man.
Let's see.
Smells awesome. Yeah.
But you can see the grains in there.
Oh, big time. You can feel. I mean, look.
Yeah. What is that?
You're not doing that to that.
I mean, that's just like brisket. So.
Oh yeah. Totally. Doesn't have a big gamey flavor either.
Oh, none whatsoever.
It's clean, right? Very clean.
Yep.
Wow, that's delicious.
And so we'll use some of your sauerkraut, and I have some horseradish too.
Come on.
Yeah. It's like, makes a fat kid happy every time.
Sign me up. But if it was pink, even though it's not really any difference other than dye in the salt, it would look incredible. It would be a complete different experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really awesome, man. I like that a lot. I'm doing that. I'm gonna do that. I know it's kind of the go-to for a lot of people. Like I know guys, that's all they do.
Right.
For a reason.
It's good.
It's delicious. Let's before we get into our sandwich, just see if this is
I want to see how you approach the grains.
Whoa. It ain't cutting like it's too tough. Here, try that piece. I'm kind of blown away by how good it is and how bad everyone always says it is.
It's just too much work, right? Like people are like, they just want an excuse for it to not be good.
Dude, I paid for worse and it was Angus beef.
Mm-hmm.
I always hear people say that goose is, not really worth eating or putting the work into. I think it's quite the opposite. As long as you put the care into it after you shoot it and apply whether it's simple or more complex applications, it's world-class table fare in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. And again, you're feeding you can feed a lot of people with a goose.
Oh, heck yeah, man. I tell you what, you whipped up this little sandwich here. I brought some of that sauerkraut from home. And you put some Russian dressing on there, melted some Swiss, and some rye. Dude, no one would even know.
No one would know.
That was goose.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Simple, complex.
Verdict out. Goose is delicious. Yeah. Well, heck yeah, man. Thanks again, Ryan, for having me out here, man, and putting me on my first goose hunt. To many more.
Yeah, buddy. Thanks.
Next on the list, if anyone's watching, I want to go antelope hunting with Callaghan.
Yeah.
All right? Let us know if you think it's a good idea. All right, cheers.